What's up, gang? Today reacting to Kai Cenat addresses everything. Video by Omizi. Let's see what this is all about. Should be interesting. Let's go.
Kai Cenat, where's your school at, monkey? Huh?
You call him monkey? I've never understood this bullshit, bro. Black on black crime, bro. Being racist to your own kind.
Where's your f***ing school at?
Kai Cenat did a M4NDELA. I'm gonna make
Harder too. Dude, what a coon, bro. What is he?
a school. Kept all millions. I don't blame him. Get your bag, demon. He want that private jet by next year. I know what he doing.
I'm speaking the truth, bro. Where is the proof that it's building schools? This could announce Mafia 3, but where the schools at? Huh?
That school and African thing really had me mad, bro, because you.
So we're referring to basically, right now we're doing Kai's third final subathon where 15% of his profits are going to supposed school that he's building in Nigeria. MafiaThon 2, he had the same kind of deal, but as of now, we still haven't seen the school. So these are a lot of niggas hating.
Really built your whole MafiaThon off of that. You feel me? How you gonna do that and then you just didn't do it? Like, that's so lame, bro.
15% of the revenue will be going to the school that I have been building in Africa. 15%.
Have been building.
Kai Cenat gets a level of unfair treatment that I do not think is fair or equal across the different streaming platforms.
For sure.
Last month, there was a whole wave of people putting out why Kai Cenat is hated videos that were outlined.
Bro, and it's been insane, dude. From view boarding to lying to hating. Dude's been getting backlash for every fucking thing. And dude's been silent too, dude. I kind of have to respect Kai in the sense that the whole world, well, it seems like the whole, at least streaming world, has been against this dude. And he just hasn't been responding, bro. Which I respect a ton, dude.
Finding different people on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch that were blatantly hating on Kai Cenat. And most of them, if not all of them, have been debunked for reasons that were just honestly not proven to be valid. Honestly, those situations were small, but this situation with Kai Cenat and his school honestly is going to stop a lot of streamers and other content creators from being philanthropic because audiences cannot control themselves. Going back to March 9th, 2024, Kai Cenat.
People just got to be open. Number one, don't be hasty. When you're hating, make sure you have your receipts. Make sure you know what you're talking about or you just look like a fool. Number two, for Kai in his sense, I think when you're getting donated money and you're giving promises, niggas need updates, bro. Niggas need to know what's going on, how far this is going, because they do care about the cause too, which is, you know, genuinely right.
On his tour to a bunch of different places, stopped in Lagos, Nigeria to visit, you know, the country, see what's going on with the community and his people.
The motherland.
I show speed impersonation. But while he was there, he noticed that this school that they were in was in a bunch of different turmoil.
Hi. But this made me realize in life, you gotta be very grateful for.
For sure.
Jack.
You know, the country, see what's going on with the community and his people, doing his best I show speed impersonation. But while he was there, he noticed that this school that they were in was in a bunch of different turmoil.
Hi. But this made me realize in life, you gotta be very grateful for. So we're
For
gonna
sure.
see exactly what they need, what I can do to help them, and then they said the most that I can do today is give them the money give to them to see what they need. This is another classroom, so they learn stuff at. I went to school in a class that's 5 times bigger than this, bro, and we complain about going to school, bro. I'm going to help you today, okay? Okay. Yeah.
This BD is sinking. The BD is
W mans, bro.
coming down.
Okay.
It's sinking, so we are looking for support to bring it down and rebuild because something like that so that it can slump.
Yeah, oh, like to make it strong?
Yeah.
Okay. The whole time I'm here, I'm gonna consistently be making sure that y'all getting stuff. And on top of that, when I even leave, I would like to contact you guys at a good basis. So I wanna see, like, next time I come here, it's a whole different thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Now call it what you want, but this is probably where my biases come in.
Pause, not to hate. But this is also on the Africans too, on the sense that there's a lot of corruption in Africa. So they see a little bit of that money and a lot of it is actually pocketed, you know? So it's really, really hard unless you have someone down on the floor actually supervising what's going on with the money and the projects. Dude, you can just be giving these niggas money and you go back 10 years later from now and there's no school, bro. Ask all these Nigerian dads, dude, where are their houses, bro?
One, I've worked with Kai Cenat in the past, and from the things that I know, he very much enjoys children, seeing them grow, seeing them be educated. A lot of the videos that he has done in the past on his YouTube channel involve kids. He's done daycare videos, babysitting videos. He is very much pro-children. And two,
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I hate seeing this hate on Kai Cenat, because he's a genuine dude, bro. He's a real kind-hearted guy who wants to heal the world, bro. And all these haters trying to defame his name, bro. That's not the kind of guy he is, guys. So what are you trying to do, dude? You're not fighting the right person.
two, I've been to Ghana. Not saying that it's some sort of desolate place in all of Africa as this third world country that needs hands out, but ultimately there are some places that do need some sort of financial backing. And if you can, as somebody who is, you know, wealthy or whatever the case may be, it would be good if you could reach back and put that hand out there and give a lot of money to people. So during that time, Kai Cenat had a big revelation as to what he was gonna do for his community. And I'm talking about the community abroad, being the kids in Nigeria. He decided that he was gonna give 20% of his funds from the subathon to build a school in Nigeria.
The process of
W-mans, bro. What's happening though? If you can see now, last year it's what, 20%? Now it's 15%. Am I hating?
me building this new school in Nigeria has officially been stamped today, as in terms of like it's a go-go.
Facts.
Okay? So this new school in Makoko for the kids that live in Makoko in Nigeria, I started working on the school. Right now.
Now this is a W idea. Again, if you got the funds and you can
For sure
give your handouts to those that are in need, this is great. But this is the first portion where I gotta give Kai some flack though. His next words let me know that his eyes were bigger than his stomach and he was about to bite off way more than he can chew.
If you're Africa or anything, or like Nigeria and stuff like that, and you know the best people that could hands down get the paint job good, get the right equipment they need, and is willing to get their hands dirty for the right amount of money to get paid and shit, let me know, okay? They are working very.
This is what I was kind of saying, bro. The difference between the West and Africa, bro. In Western societies, we have these systems that help us build and have contracts and have normal numbers, dude. You give a guy $1 million, build this, he will get it done. Not the same thing in Africa, dude. You really have to watch what these niggas are doing or your money will be gone.
Hard right now, removing what gotta be removed and shit, like getting the school ready and shit.
Now Kai, that was a little bit out there. Granted, I believe Kai Cenat has good intentions, and hindsight is probably 20/20 in this regards. But there's probably two things where Kai Cenat went wrong here. One, he definitely probably should have already had the people who were in place to get this done. And not saying that he didn't. Maybe he just needed more resources to flood to that area. But two, and this is my...
That's what I'm saying. There's having money and there's having money and also knowing what to do, bro. Two different things, bro. That's why, guys, I urge you guys, educate yourselves before you even do these things. Because it can be out of the kindness of your heart, but you can be taken advantage of for doing the right thing.
Problem with the internet that is going to show its ugly head later in the video is that people want timelines. People want instant gratifications. People are addicted to, you know, something being started today and finished later on that same exact day. So the fact that Kai Cenat didn't give timelines, which this is minuscule flack, this is just for the writers in the community that are watching him and going to criticize him, it may have been best to try to give some sort of timeline. Fast forward.
On Kai Cenat's defense, dude, this is an impossible thing to give a timeline to, dude. Because this can be from anywhere from, let's say, 9 months to 3 years, bro. Like, that's just how slow or fast these people can be and how big the incentive is, dude. These are not normal contractors, dude. A lot of these guys are just regular labor men, bro, who get paid by the day. So it's just, I don't know, it's really hard to judge.
Into 2025 and the writers are writing.
Kai Cenat, where's your school at, monkey? Huh? Where's your fucking school at?
People started making
That's just pissing me off, dude. Who the fuck are you, dude? Shut up.
Up false narratives and stories about Kai Cenat to where they were saying that there was these YouTubers going out to check on the lands and that Kai Cenat had done nothing in comparison to others like Mr. Beast and his community and his crew to see if there was some sort of progress or anything like that. They just started dick riding extremely hard. Now, there could have been good intentions behind what Aiden and Cuffham are doing in this next clip, but people were going even to the extent of pulling in Nigerians from Nigeria to check them to see if Kai Kai was building his school.
Kai Cenat or a different Kai? Which one?
Kai Cenat, he's building a school in Nigeria. I'm saying, can you live in Nigeria, so can you confirm for your own self so they can get off his dick online? That's what I'm asking you.
I mean, I saw videos, so that's enough.
Nigeria, why is he talking like Nigeria is just down the street, bro? You live in America, right? It's like me telling you live in California. Oh, yo, check that guy in New York if this building is still there. Number one, like he doesn't have his own business to do. Like he's saying, dude, I mean, I've checked my phone. He's looking at the same video that you're seeing, bro. You know, just because in the same fucking country doesn't mean that the school is just next door, dude. Stupid shit.
Okay, all right.
W Kai, man. W Kai.
W Kai on God.
This is so weird to me. Look, I don't want to bring up racial elements into this so soon, even though I have no problem with doing it. But it's strange to me how when Kai Cenat does anything, especially these charitable things, there's always this pressure to have it done soon, quick, fast, in a hurry, with people having to verify that he's getting it done. But when we see...
Nah, I'm not even calling the race card, just on the fact that it's niggas fucking hating this dude, bro. You know what I mean? It's never been seen before, bro. And we're comparing it with Mr. Beast, dude. How long has Mr. Beast been in the system for, bro? How many projects has Mr. Beast done, you know? Is this Mr. Beast's first time building shit, doing shit around the world, giving help? It is Kai's first time, you know, and he needs a bit of grace from that, you know? I think that's a bit deserved. So I don't think it's the race card, but I don't think we can just compare these two guys like they're on the same level.
Others like Mr. Beast and his crew do any sort of philanthropic things, there's no follow-ups, there's no checkups on it. He puts out his video, he puts out his live stream, and then everybody is under the assumption that it's just done. People may be able to point to a track record for Mr. Beast as to why people don't point at those things, but from my understanding, they've never followed through with these things. A large portion of that is because it's cool to hate. First of all, I don't understand why people were asking so many questions when there were continuous updates from Kai about the school.
So I'm gonna give y'all some little inside story.
It's never been cool to hate, bro. It just shows jealousy, and honestly, you can never grow and never become a better person, or also just never succeed yourself if all you're doing is hating, dude. Because I believe very much that what you give out in the world is what you'll receive, and you know, if you give out that hating personality, if that's all you fucking do, you're probably gonna have a pretty shitty life. I'm not gonna say, dude.
We built a school full of classrooms and stuff in Makoko, like over the...
For example, look at those kids that he is donating to. A lot of those kids in Makoko, they're not crying on the streets, dude. They're living so much rougher than us in such poorer, harsher conditions, but you see them smiling all the time. Why? They're not hating, they're not cursing their lifestyles every day, but they're smiling and enjoying their lifestyle, you know what I mean? So like, if they can be okay, why the fuck are we hating, dude?
River, but due to storm, a lot of it got messed up. Like money that we spent, dead got messed up, chat. Like all aside, like there was a storm, it messed up a whole bunch of stuff, but we're back to the
W Kai for being transparent and communicating that, you know what I mean? That's all you need to do.
It's Makoko. I will be back. I will be back, and when I'm back, the school is going to be done. We raised a whole bunch of money to fund it, and also I will also be putting in more money on top of it to make sure we can fund all the staffs in the school and everybody who works there and shit.
The second part about this is I don't understand why people thought that a school would pop up instantly. And that's the problem with the instant gratification era. This isn't a slight or a knock at Mr. Beast, but I think that this may be a reason as to why people think that this is the reason why Kai Cenat should have the school up earlier. Is because when Mr. Beast does
Facts, there's a lot that goes into this, you know, you need architects, you need engineers, you need structure to be built, you need settings to see what's needed, you need resources, you need laborers. There's just a bunch of shit that goes into this. So, you know, it's not a quick, you know, you purchase a school and then they transport it to you. No. It's a big thing. It's a big project.
His philanthropic efforts. There's this gamified version of it put on video where people are staged up as to having the final results be put in their face, which isn't the reality of doing these sorts of endeavors. Like, these things take time.
And also understand that the project is also happening in Africa, where we don't have all of these manufactured, you know, a lot of these resources that we do have in the West, you know, all these trucks, all these machines, these drills, all these tools that make our lives 10 times easier, you know? Now a dude's physically having to like dig with a hoe, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, give us some grace, bro.
I don't know why people thought it would happen overnight.
Why y'all acting like a school takes a couple of months to build.
Now going into this MafiaThon 3, Kai Cenat has promised 15% of this subathon to go straight to the schools of Nigeria.
W.
Another round of applause. But because he is him and because he needs to cover his tracks because of the hate that he gets, he is having to do something that people don't have to do on the internet, which sounds crazy, but at the same time, we don't hold people to the same standards, so it is crazy that they're asking him to do this. He has to now prove himself, and I mean over the top prove himself, that he is actually doing these things the responsible way.
I don't want to keep y'all holding. I don't want to go into further explanation by me doing it. So I have flown out the representatives from Nigeria and from South Africa to all the way to the US to...
Thank you. Thank you. I think this was a smart move by his PR team or him, whoever did it. Congrats to them. W.
sit here and to explain the entire updates.
So I hear people have been asking, why haven't you yet built the new school? I'm not sure people realize what it takes to actually launch a school, especially when you build it. You need to find the land, you need to buy the land, you need to get authorization from the government to build a school. You need to actually build a school. And then you need to hire your teachers and get your accreditation from the ministry. So for us who have launched 16 schools in 10 different African countries, we know it can't take less than 2 years. It's impossible, especially if you want to do things right, and we want to do things right.
What did I tell you guys? I told you guys. I told you it would be 9 months and 3 years, bro. 2 years. What did I tell you people, bro? Put some respect on my name.
Absolutely. So do things right by complying with all legal and regulatory requirements in Nigeria is important to ensure that we have a school that is sustainable and lasts for posterity.
This is the screenshot of the money sitting in the account, okay? Listen, the foundation balance is currently at 1.1 million. The foundation raised 1.2 million. MafiaThon 2 funds raised that we did was 976,000.
That's so nasty.
Benny Blanco donated 25,000. Thank you, Benny. Shout out to Benny. W Benny. I had a personal donation of 128,000 to cover all computers.
And this is the same guy you guys are shitting on for not donating to that water project in Africa, bro. Like, he's not putting money into his own things, his own charities. Anyways.
Equipment. The NFL donated $100,000 as well.
I think that that's so nasty. Not that he's raising money, but the links and extremes that he has to do to verify the fact that he's giving money and being charitable to the community is so sick and disgusting. This isn't some crowd-funded effort. No, this isn't a slight at Mr. Beast. This isn't a situation where he's asking other streamers to donate their money so
facts, dude. He's doing this all by himself, dude, on the money he gained on his subathons, you know? He's not asking anyone for any money. He's not begging anyone for anything. And he's not shitting on anyone, you know? It's just him trying to do right and niggas shitting on him, dude. Jesus Christ.
People are questioning where their individual dollars go. This is donations and this is individual contribution. Sure, we had 2 people donate their money, but my God, the level of microscope that is put on Kai Cenat in this endeavor is just, honestly, it's racist. I'm just gonna call it out for what it is. Like, that's all that I can think of when I hear this. Granted, some of this is troll. Granted, some of this is Kick versus Twitch streaming. Granted, some of this is all these other things, but there is a level of racism that is ingrained in this situation that cannot be.
Only thing I would say is to Omizi, dude, if you are pulling the race card on this, don't just show clips of all the haters being other niggas. You know what I mean? Like, show some white folks out there, you know, hating on this dude, bro. Because all I'm seeing is a bunch of niggas hating on another nigga, bro. Black on black crime as I see it.
Ignored by me. Now, I don't even care if you would love to have everybody universally that does these sorts of donations be this transparent about these things. Hey, I would think that
I could be wrong though. Let me know.
That's like a phenomenal thing. Transparency is great to me. It's the consistency in which we try to hold people to these standards that I am just not seeing as a whole.
Unfair.
This man has his address on this statement right here from Chase Bank. What kind of shit is that? And I'm okay with these charitable fundraising events that streamers and other content creators put on.
For sure.
If this is the standard that they're gonna have to do it to, I don't think there's gonna be many more of these, because this is.
Yeah, we're getting to the stage now that if we have any projects or we want to do any charities in the future, it's just better we do it in private. Either that or we do the project in private and then just paste once we're done. Hey, here's the school that I've been working on for the past 3 years. This is it here. Look at the work we've done. None of this like I'm gonna put money into this bullshit, because it becomes long, man. Niggas just chatting, and number one, they don't even know what they're chatting about. So you're trying to do the right thing and you're getting discouraged because the people you're helping, there's another side that's just hating on you, you know? So dude, it's getting hard to be nice in public. It's so sad.
Honestly annoying and invasive. I think that there's this unrealistic expectation for content creators to do more and be more in the political sphere. Granted, we want the biggest voices in the world to, you know, use their voice to say different things and give different opinions, but I think that this Kai Cenat school in Nigeria situation is a testament to what these content creators are, and it's just entertainers. A lot of them are young, naive, and ignorant to the severity of these places and spaces.
Exactly. Young and naive. That's the main takeout. You guys have to understand. Kai is no engineer, bro. Kai is no contractor that knows the ins and outs of building a school. He's just a streamer who's gained a big following and now has the funds to try and make this project kind of happen. Yet we're holding him to the same standard of a nigga who's been building schools for the past 10 years of his life, dude. Not even. So it's like, guys, dude, understand the situation. Give the nigga a bit of grace
that they're getting into and the depth of the situations that some of these things that they want to contribute to are in. And even when they do go into the routes that Kai Cenat is going into, you know, head first, knee deep into building a school, they get chastised. And from a sense of like being a part of some sort of greater conversation that deals with politics, etc., I would much rather him do that than some of the performative actions that we've seen in the past with like the Nelk Boys, or any of these times where Eric Adams has been on streams, or hell, even I Show Speed being on Capitol Hill a couple of days ago. So although Kai Cenat may have bit off more than he can chew from the stance of, hey, this school was much more in depth, I think that I would rather see them, I'm talking about content creators and streamers, take this stance politically, take this stance for the greater conversation where they're actually putting their voice and word to actual use and do something good with it, than be this performative show where they're allowing the greater politicians who have like active cases come onto their streams and spit their gobbledygook ass rhetoric to try to navigate people's eyes left, right, and sideways. But if people are gonna hold these people to these unrealistic ass standards, I just don't know how much longer we are gonna see people do good things, and the people that are really gonna suffer are those that are in need. This is gross, but W Kai.
Yeah, guys, so that's the situation. It's kind of sad to see, honestly. It's making it hard for people to donate and do right by the world. All I'd say is, dude, Kai, just block out the hate, dude. A lot of these guys wouldn't be doing half the shit you would be doing if they were in your position anyway. So just don't mind them. Just keep doing what you're doing. I support you in this endeavor to build a school in Nigeria, bro. I know you can do it. You know, we're sending our wishes and all our prayers to you in that. So, dude, you'll be fine, bro. Just block out these people, block out these haters, and keep doing you, bro. Keep being your best self and giving back to the world, bro. We really appreciate it for all the hate you get. I hope you can hear a little bit of encouragement from me, bro. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Till the next. Alright, gang, thank you for making it to the end of the video. Once again, you guys are really sick. I really appreciate you guys the most. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and leave a comment down. It really helps me. You guys, if you really want to do the most, subscribe, bro. No one's pushing you, but just, you know, subscribe. Help a nigga out, you know? I'm still trying to get this thing done. We're still doing daily uploads, guys. So help me out. Subscribe, hit that noti button, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.
Amen.